Hey Chase, I know you're a pretty big student of the game, so what's it like knowing that Bill Belichick's on the other side trying to scheme for what you guys are doing offensively?
Yeah, gonna be a big challenge for us this week. Obviously, going against what most people consider the best coach, probably all time in the NFL. So, no easy task, especially going up to New England. But we got to just find a way to win a football game against a talented team and a well-coached team. And I think we can do that if we just continue to just execute, find ways to just worry about us and worry about our game plan, and go out there and do what we got to do.
Hey Chase, obviously the last couple of years since you've been around, when we've gotten to this point in the season, uh, there hasn't been a lot to play for other than what's directly in front of you. Obviously, there's a bigger picture now. Does that change the vibe around you guys? Does it change the vibe on the practice field and just what's going on in the locker room?
I think it does. Obviously the last 2 years we really didn't have nothing to play for. You're kind of just going out there trying to just improve individually and then find ways to improve as a team to build momentum into next year. But just I know with the young guys in our core, we talk about it all the time, man. To talk about these playoffs, and you can't look ahead. Obviously, we know that we got to just win one game at a time. That's how it starts. But we're very excited, go out there, prove that we can really play with the best of the best, and just find ways, man, to continue to improve and really find ways to close out December, really going forward with some steam, going into the playoffs. So right now we're not looking too far ahead, but we do have those conversations. Everyone knows that we just got to pick up the urgency, pick up the attention to detail, because every game from here on out is a playoff mentality.
Hey, Chase, Cliff got drafted by the Patriots back in 2003. What do you think this game is going to mean on a personal side for him?
I don't think Cliff will make nothing of it, man. He's the head coach now of a well coached team, well talented team. I think he's just gonna go in there trying to just obviously win a good head to head matchup against Bill. Try not to make nothing of it of each of these games, man. Just really go out there, find ways to execute. And it sounds so cliche, but I think that's what the really good teams do. You don't make a game bigger than it is, or you don't make a game smaller than it is. You kind of just try to stay even keel and find ways to win and stack the wins.
All right, we'll wrap it up with the last three. Catherine Fitzgerald, Mark McClune, Alex Weiner.
Hey Chase, two things actually. First of all, where would you say the O-line is at this point in the season? And then your touchdown against Seattle, when is the last time you were that open in the end zone?
I think the O-line's playing great. They've been playing great all year. I think they need to get a lot more credit. They really don't get the credit that they deserve from a media standpoint, in my opinion. And with the touchdown scheme, we kind of just ran a little shallow cross scheme. The play was really designed for Dan Arnold. I was going to pick Dan Arnold's guy, but Seattle kind of bluffed us. I think we lined up pretty fast, so they didn't line up in man, which we thought we were going to get down in the close red zone, and ended up zoning it off. So I think they just kind of had a miscommunication, and that's what kind of just turned me wide open in the end zone.
Hey Chase, curious, what does a couple extra days off do for specifically a running back who gets hit this time of year? How much did just having the weekend off feel like will help you the rest of the year?
Oh yeah, you feel a lot fresher. Usually Mondays and Tuesdays are the rough days where you're kind of more sore, a lot more tired. But I mean, I woke up today feeling pretty good. I know Katie's probably feeling pretty good as well, just having that weekend off. So it does a lot for us just to keep us fresh, and continue to stay fresh and really stay as efficient as possible as a running back.
Hey Chase, just going over last game, what did you sort of see in the running game that allowed them to sort of stop you guys a lot? And then the second question would be poor weather game potentially coming up this weekend. What adjustments need to be made there?
I think Seattle did a great job. Credit to them, did a good job of kind of just they really played us in a solid look a lot of times against our run looks, meaning 5 defensive linemen. So that way we couldn't really have no key combo blocks going up to the second level. They did a great job of just kind of dictating the line of scrimmage on that end, and obviously you got to give credit when credit is due. Obviously also led by Bobby Wagner. They got some very underrated guys up front. I think one thing that we just got to find a way to do is just really when we have those type of games where it's kind of slow, just find a way to where we can kind of get efficient runs so we can continue to have confidence in calling run plays. Because when you start getting 1 yard runs, kind of maybe TFL runs, meaning tackle for loss, it does scare off a coach and it scares off a play caller. Just trying to find ways to stay patient with the run game. So we got to do a better job as the team personnel, really just find ways to have successful runs and really just that's kind of what our identity has been this year. When we run the ball effectively, we're a pretty hard team to beat.